Well, this is the second in our series of YouTube videos. Actually, I guess it's the third because I had to break the first one up into two parts. But this is about the getting started section of the D2L module. So let me get my picture out of the way here, and we'll just move on to the. Remember to this information. This is a reminder how you can get a hold of me. And what we're going to do now is, looking from the point of view of we're on the web page. We're going to either click on the content or we can click on down here on the getting started to get to the information in that particular component of the course. Okay, so when we do that, then spread out here on the right is most of this particular part of the module. There's some things at the bottom that are missing, but this is most of it. I'm not going to discuss every one of these because I'm going to go back over some of this information, but basically what you need to think about here is the documents and some of the things you need to do to get yourself started in the course, okay? So if we look at the getting started, and again, you can click here if it hasn't been expanded, okay? You again see these, and I'll talk about, as I said before, I'll talk about some of these individually, okay? The first one is the course timeline. Let me go back and show right here. Here's the course timeline. I'm not going to talk about this. This is just a picture of me with the information on how to get a hold of me. But here's the course timeline right here. So when you click on the course timeline, you get a page that looks like this. Now this is only the first page of several that shows you sequentially the activities and things that you must do to complete this course. And this is published on a daily basis. Notice that this is a Monday, a Tuesday, and a Wednesday, and then we start the next week on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, continuing through the whole process. And the thing about this sort of think of this as the Bible. It's all right here in front of you of everything you have to do on a daily basis. For instance, before Monday, before the class starts, and actually I set the cutoff on this at 8 o'clock Monday morning, you must take that you must take the getting started quiz. And I'd like for you to start at this point or some point in the course, send me this get to know you, which is basically just a little activity, Dropbox activity that you send to me, tell me a little bit about you, okay? But before the first day, you need to complete this. And then before the first day, you need to complete all this information here, okay? Day one, Monday, the 5th of June, you must, and this particular module is called Science Process and Metric Measurement. You must read chapter 1. You must download your PowerPoint slides, okay? And this tells you which ones that you must download, okay? Your observation, your scientific method PowerPoint, and your measurement PowerPoint, okay? And then you need to view lecture 1. That's how they all go. You'll download your PowerPoints. So when you look at the lecture, if I can get this thing keeps going out of view right here. So when you read the lecture, you will have all these PowerPoint slides in front of you that you can take notes on. And I'll talk to you more about how to do that right now, but that's what you have to do, okay? So you'll read chapter 1, download your PowerPoints, and then look at the lecture, okay? Then once you've done all that, you'll do these activities, okay? Fortunate fish, thumb ruler, so on down through here. There's several of them each week. So you'll need to have all this completed, okay, before day 1. That's why I'm trying to get the supplies and materials to you early enough so you can get started, okay? Then you must take the science process quiz too, okay? Science process quiz before this. So you have to get everything done before Monday, and then before Tuesday, you must go through that same process again, okay? Here you'll read chapter 2.1 through 2.5, download the force and work the PowerPoint, the Power and Energy PowerPoint, and then view lecture 2, taking notes as you go, complete the activities, okay, and then take the quiz. And it's the same thing over and over again, okay? Read the text, download your PowerPoints, take your notes, do the activities, take the quiz, and move on. That's why you've got to get ahead, okay? But you may struggle meeting the deadlines on the first 3 days, but then you got the rest of the week to do anything that needs to be done here. And I may send you back some of these. These are really Dropbox assignments. I may send them back and say you have to work on them. Okay, but then you'll have the opportunity to get ahead for the next week and so on. Okay, and it continues like that for the 4 weeks of the course. Okay, remember the Dropbox assignments are due at 8 o'clock, before 8 o'clock on the day that the material over that is discussed in what I call the chat, which is a Collaborate recording that I will send you and or make available for you to look at. I've got to get my timer working here. I got to be sure I don't run over 10 minutes or YouTube will cut me off right here. Okay. So anyway, that's how the course works. That's why this thing's so important. This sheet is so important for you to remember and use. Okay. Then you have the activity schedule, and this is just sort of a repeat, except it emphasizes that these are the activities that you must complete, okay? And send not every one of them, but the ones that are required in Dropbox, to send to Dropbox and tell me what you did on them. Not every one of these on this list will have a Dropbox assignment, but most of them will. Okay, and the dates are the same as on that previous sheet on your timeline, but this just identifies those. Oh, by the way, on your activities that are listed on the DVDs, there may be some that we no longer do, but I didn't want to have to remaster all the DVDs, so those are over here. If you see any over here in this area right here, you do not have to do those. You can ignore them. If you want to print them out and put them in your notebook, that's fine, but we no longer require those. So don't be concerned about those activities. I just didn't want to have to remaster all of those DVDs. It takes a long time, so I left them on there, but you can just skip them over because the lab DVDs tell you what leads you through the activities that you have to do. If I haven't made it clear, there's 2 sets of DVDs. One's the lecture and one's the lab. And the lab tells you how to do all of these activities here. Actually, these activities here, those you don't have to do, okay? The course materials, there will be 2 types of materials. One are the ones that I send to you, okay? The others will be materials that you have to go out and get yourself, okay? So the materials that are provided are in this column right here, okay? The materials that you have to go get yourself to complete the activity will be over here, okay? These materials that come in the box are things that are going to be hard for you to find locally, okay? But all the rest of these things are things that most likely you probably have laying around the house, okay? So that's your course materials. Let's print that out. You print each one of these sheets out that I tell you because they're going to go into your notebook or your portfolio, and I'm going to tell you later on how to put that together, okay? Now, let's see what I skipped right here. There's the activity schedule. I'm going to talk to you later on about the notebook and the assignment grading policy, okay? The materials for the course, I just showed you that, okay? The tips for the PowerPoints, I'm going to talk to you more about that when I actually go back through the PowerPoint slides. So the next thing I want to talk about is the Getting Started quiz, which is one of the quizzes that are listed in your quiz list up in your course tools, okay? So you're Getting Started quiz, and you'll take that, and you can take it multiple times till you get 100 on it, okay? But I want you to get that completed so I'll know that you've looked ahead before I start grading the rest of the things. So you must do this Getting Started quiz, okay?